Hey gang, it is January 24th, 2019, and I realize it's been 6 months since I installed the Mr. Cool mini split AC heater unit. And I wanted to do a follow-up on it because I know a lot of people are interested in it. I've had a lot of people watch the videos. I've had some people that watched their previous video tell me that it would fail shortly because I didn't do certain things, and they didn't realize that this system is designed as a user install. It's not necessarily that you need to have an AC Pro come in and install this thing, and this thing has been functioning fine. Like I said, I've been using it off and on over the last 6 months for air conditioning and for heat, and it's been chilly here. Even though it's been in Georgia, it has been chilly. So I thought I would do a little follow-up review on this thing and show you something that I feel needs to be shown, because I really didn't think about this much when I installed it, but I do a lot of sanding and there's a lot of debris that floats through the air and different things like that, and I didn't really think about the filter system that is on this unit. So today I was cleaning up the shop a little bit, and I thought I would check on the unit, and I did open up the door, and let me get up on the ladder and I'll show you what I found. So like I said, this has been in operation off and on for 6 months. Through the summer I did have the AC on quite a bit, and when the fall came I didn't need to use it because it wasn't necessary. It wasn't hot or cold enough. In the past few months I have been using it regularly. If it's a cold weekend or a cold week, I'll keep it running throughout the week so that I maintain a decent temperature in the shop. If it does warm up a little bit, I will shut it off and let it rest. But when you open up this door, which is pretty simple to open, it comes up and it gets on a detent type of thing where it holds it up. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you exactly. Let me see if I can get a better angle on this, because it's kind of hard to show you what I want to show you. Try not to get my head in the way, but it has two filter screens. I've already removed the one on the left, and I'll show you how easy it is to remove this one on the right. It has two little catches. You just slide these up, and it releases off of these little tabs, and then it rotates down. What I want to show you is all the dust and stuff that is accumulated. I know it doesn't look like much, but still, that's worth taking apart and removing and cleaning that up. So let me show you what I'm going to do that. Now the other thing that I want to do is blow out on the unit itself. And I'm just going to use a little air. Now you can obviously see the difference. This is one I've already taken off and cleaned, just blew it out, and this is the one that I just removed. And again, it's just a matter of taking some air and just blowing that out. Now I do want to point out, when I initially installed this, there were these little filters that I didn't know what they were for. I couldn't see a place for them to mount, so I really just kind of didn't pay attention to them. While I was looking through the instruction manual, it does show, and this picture is kind of confusing because it doesn't show, it shows like a square looking filter unit, which I don't have square ones, they're curved. But as I was looking at it a little more, when I turned these around, it's the backside. So these were what they called some sort of a scent filter. And it says air freshening filter. I don't know that there's any value in that. I don't know why I would need it. So I don't know that I'm going to put those in. Yeah, it just says air freshening filter. I don't think I'm going to reinstall those or install those because again, they're not doing anything. They don't smell that great. So those are going to go in the trash. So now I'm going to reinstall those two filters. Again, pretty simple to install these. I just lay them on there's like a little track here, a support track. I'll set that edge and just slide them up in. It'll follow the curve. Pop them back on. And I do notice that it has, and I'm sure up on the top there's something that guides it. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little thick bump right here. And I think what that does when it gets to the top, it hits a track and it pushes down on the front edge. It would make sense to me that it would do that anyway. And then you just close the cover. And now I'm going to turn it back on. One thing I really like about this is this remote. It has a lot of features on it. Obviously you can pick your fan, speed, temperature, of course on off. It has other functions here, sleep mode. You can make the vents swing. I'm not sure what the follow me is. I haven't looked into that. It also has a self-clean function, which I haven't tried yet. So I'm going to turn it on. You can see the door opens up. I have it preset for 73. Now that it's on, I want to show you what kind of heat it's generating. In this case, 89, 90. And the outside temperature, at least in Atlanta, is 41 degrees. Now, I do want to point out there's a bunch of features on this remote. Most of them I don't use because I don't use it in a home environment. It's in my garage. So I don't need to worry about all these extra things. The one thing I did want to experiment with is this turbo button. I haven't really looked at that before, but if I turn that on, and it comes on, it says on in the LED display up there, that's supposed to be it'll heat at the fastest rate possible. So that's just something to look at if you're interested. And now it's pushing 94, 93, 94, 96. So that's pretty good. So that's it for today. I'm glad I noticed that these were dirty. I wish I would have checked on it about 3 months ago, but at least they're clean now and it's going to be able to keep running and maybe be a little more efficient. Just so you know, the temperature outside today again is like 40 degrees. It's been in as low as the 20s, and obviously warmer than that over the past few months. But this thing has held up great and done a great job of keeping the shop comfortable. I will point out that the ceiling in my shop is almost 12 feet, and then it's open. I have, if you want to look up, you would see that I have the open trusses, but I did spray foam the roof when I did all the insulation in the shop. So I have to allow for some of that heat. It's going to go up, and that's normal. Obviously heat rises. So it's not going to be toasty warm in here. It's not going to be 85 degrees, and that's fine. As long as I'm able to be comfortable, which I am, I'm happy with this thing. Again, my working space is 900 square feet, and the temperature currently on my thermometer on the other side of the garage is showing 60 degrees. I have that set at 74, but I also had this off for a while I was cleaning it up and filming, and I'm very happy with it. So if you're ever thinking about installing one of these and using them, at least at this point, 6 months in, I'm happy with it and I would recommend it. So stay tuned, there's more to come, and I'll have more car videos obviously, but I wanted to do just a quick video on this air conditioner slash heater. And if you'd be so kind, throw a thumbs up on there, and as always, Thanks for watching. Now I do want to put out